So, I don't know if you can see, floor space. I've actually got floor space, which is brilliant. Still got loads to clean. A lot of this is getting bagged and it's kind of useful stuff. So I have a rafters up the top, so I'm going to put that up in the apex. It's just storage, but I'm not throwing good stuff away. There's a load of driftwood, which I'm doing for another video. I've got lots of these, which are big bits of apple. Now I was just going to try and grow some shiitake mushrooms in those. I've got a load more down under the shelf in there, so I'm going to clear all this out and have a proper usable space. Don't know if you can see in there, not really. Whatever. Ooh. I feel sorry for this little guy. All the other Transformers came from space and went on adventures with Megan Fox. And that poor little bugger got stuck here. Never mind, such is life. Got my two templates cut out and I'm going to run them through the table saw that way because I think that's too fat. I've made them before and if they're too chunky I think it gets too much wind resistance, so it's not great. So I've got to try to rip that down so it's thinner all the way around on both pieces and not lose any fingers, which is a plus because I won't be throwing it very far with no fingers. Trying to remember. So I'm building this boomerang because there's right-handed and left-handed. I'm right-handed, but I'm trying to remember how it's, because obviously it's like a wing and it's that curve shape which gives it that sort of flyability, not the right word, but obviously one side of the wing, one side is steeper and then it kind of tails out, and I can't remember if it's the thin bit. I'm thinking if it's a wing, the way it spins, the edge that's cutting through the wind first would be the bit with the higher dome, and then it peters out. Yeah, that makes sense. I just have to try and see when we. I think that makes sense. So I'm just kind of. It's not really very mathematical, is it? I'm just literally doing that. That's the. If I keep that the same, if I go all the way down and around. So I do the same on that edge. is on that one. Steep. And then the shallow edge. Yeah. There we go. That's the middle there. Roughly. And you got that edge, leading edge. Goes through that weird hole, which I didn't realise I had. There's that bit. And then it crosses over to that. So we got like a weird crossover area there. Right, this is going to take a while, I think. It's such an unusual shape to file. So, I'm not sure if you can see that. Basically, when I ripped the boomerang down, it kind of shredded a bit on the end, so I've had to take it down a layer and then inlay a piece. It's hard to see. There you go, it's better. So I've got to try and sand that flat now to make it a bit more aerodynamic. So hopefully, I'm not sure whether that's too wide, whether that'll get too much drag. We'll give it a go, and if not, we'll try again. So there we go, the sanding's done, the inlay bit's done, so that's all the basic form is okay. So what I have to do now is just try it, and then I think, because it's not a very attractive piece of wood, I might paint it like a nice bright orange or something, I don't know. Anyhow, I've got to try it, but at the moment we just got storm after storm after storm, so until we get a nice day, and then I'm away in Norway for a little while, so until we actually get some time to do that, I can't really carry on. And if it works, if not, I might have to make it thinner. I'll put it through the planer and then paint it up and do the final video. Right, I'm down on the beach because I'm going to try and throw my boomerang. There are quite a few people around. I don't want to hit anyone. And there's people flying kites and dogs running around, and we'll see. So yeah, I mean, I think that worked quite well actually. It is really, really windy, and I think without that wind it would have come back a lot closer. I did throw a professional one and that didn't work as well, so I'm pretty chuffed. I will try it again. I'll finish it off and I'll try it again with a nice bit of paint on it or something. Cool. Yeah, it doesn't entirely come back to me, but it does come do a horseshoe shape. So I'm thinking perhaps I'll have to have a bit more bit more dome on it to make it circle more, because I think it's that dome on it which makes it kind of fly and everything, and it is quite flat looking. And it's still bloody windy. Oh, I'll see if I can film it. In the hedge. You know what? I'm quite pleased with that. It's like I say, it is really windy, so I think it's being blown back quite a bit. But it's yeah, it works. It does work. I do think I'm going to try another one later and see if I can do it with like a steeper arch on it. See if it does more of a circle. Maybe make a really extreme one so it only flies like a couple of meters and comes back. Would be